4 zip ties to attach my front license plate to my front bumper after about 3 years of not doing it. So I
Oh,
got pulled over today. I think they mainly pulled me over because it was a younger guy and an older guy, and the younger guy was driving. I think it was more for training than anything. But this really stuck out to me for whatever reason. The older guy, picture a movie cop, like the most stereotypical movie cop, and then look at his facial hair. That was this dude's exact facial hair. He had the policeman mustache
Oh wow.
to a T, like perfectly.
yeah.
It was kind of amazing. Like it brightened up my mood after getting pulled over. Like, oh, it was just perfect. And he had like the perfect amount of stubble on his face, and oh, it was just perfect.
Did he have the sunglasses too?
He wasn't wearing sunglasses. That would have been the only thing that would have just made it perfect.
Oh,
You think he did that on purpose, or was it just a coincidence?
I don't know if it looks perfect. How perfect it was, it looked purposeful. But I can't say for certain. But yeah, because I waited years and years, I got pulled over for the 3rd time now for not attaching my license plate to the front of my truck.
Do you have it in the truck? It's just
Oh
sitting
yeah,
there.
I absolutely do, with the zip ties right next to it.
Oh.
I
At a
just
certain
haven't
point,
done
they're
it.
just gonna have to tell you like you're putting it on, and you're not leaving until we see you put it on.
We see you got the materials. We're just gonna stand here and you're gonna put it on. Okay, daddy. I mean, officer. Anyway,
Did you get punished for it, or they just let you off with a third
it's
warning?
always been a warning, every single time.
Oh, officer, I was just gonna do that this weekend.
Oh man, I
Never
didn't
mind
know is my
previous
normal reaction.
instances.
Like, oh really? Oh, I had no idea. Okay, I will take care of that. Thank you, officer. That's my normal reaction.
Previous instances? No,
No.
not me.
You record the? I mean, no, never happened. What? But yeah, that happened today.
Nice.
On my way from work to lunch, so they took up my dang lunch period.
Oh,
Luckily, my work is super lenient with lunch, so I just took an extra 15-minute long lunch, and they didn't care.
That's great.
yeah. That's always good.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ever been pulled over?
Mm,
no.
Nope.
can't say I have. I've been in the car while somebody's been pulled over, but that doesn't count because I myself have never been.
Really?
Yeah,
I've been pulled over like 4 or 5 times.
I don't.
2 of them for speeding, 3 of them for license plate. Apparently, they want you to adhere to the speed limit, especially in the school zone, I guess.
What?
Like, whatever.
Yeah.
There were so many places in town where it would be like the speed limit's like 15 miles an hour slower when the sign has like flashing lights, and nobody ever paid attention to them. I did a few times when someone was behind me and I was pissed off at them because they almost hit me, but like everyone would just go the normal speed limit and no one cared.
Ours just has a metal sign that says, "From 8 to 5, you better listen."
Officer,
A lot
I
of the
can't
speed
actually
limits-
read, so
Huh?
A lot of the speed limits around here are like 45, and people routinely go 60.
Okay, there's a corner here in fucking town where most of the road is 35, and all of these old farts will go 25 throughout the whole thing, and then I'm right goddamn behind them. And then they'll turn onto the school road, which is 25, unless it's 8 to 5 on a weekday, then it's 15. And those bastards will continue going 25 in the 15 zone. So they were always capable of speeding and or going the speed limit, but for whatever reason during that road when it's 35, they want to go 25. And
See,
there's
the same
3
thing so
speed
many
limit
times.
signs down that road, down that entire way.
Yeah, it happened to me yesterday. Someone was going like 15 under the speed limit. And
No,
I couldn't go to the other side of them because cars
I mean, you
on the other
gotta
side
look
were
at
going
it.
the limit.
You gotta look at it from their perspective. 35 to a 25, slowing down is such a hassle.
With those 3-inch
It
thick
takes-
glasses, those numbers look the same.
It takes so much less effort to just keep a consistent speed.
Yeah, because you don't slow down for a turn. Right. You just go
Yeah.
25 on that bitch. Just
Just whip it.
On ice,
Obviously.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, Hudson Hornet, it speed up. Speed up and turn right, then you go left. That's what Hudson Hornet says.
I was
Yeah.
informed that my great aunt once, apparently she does this regularly. I've been lucky enough to never experience it. Apparently she
Oh.
goes like, at least the one time that my mom witnessed it, she went 65 through a town where the speed limit was 25.
Oh.
So she's going
I
highway
mean, there's
speed, then
those-
just like whoa through this
There's
town.
those like 1 mile
Jeez.
sections where you have to slow down through a town while you're on the highway.
Oh no, this was like
Yeah.
just right through down to like through
Oh,
straight
she's like,
through town.
oh, let's go to the store.
Yep, just haul ass. Like, oh my gosh.
I mean, I guess if you go fast enough, no one will notice.
Was that a
Yeah.
car? I don't know.
I didn't
Just
see
turn
him.
red and everybody will think you're a
Oh.
stoplight. It's fine. No? Okay.
Nah, yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, I didn't understand that.
Well, when you go fast enough in space, fast items coming towards you look red, and fast items going away from you look green.
That sounds like a colorblind joke. And I don't get colorblind jokes.
It kind of does, but it wasn't meant to be.
The moral of that story is that
You can't see colors right.
Yeah, if you can see red, then fast items in space look red, but everybody else is stupid, so who knows?
I can't believe you'd single me out like this, Gavin.
You never said your name, but you kind of
Yeah,
singled
I
yourself
never
out.
was
Yeah, you
specific
singled your-
about anybody.
You
Can't-
singled yourself
I can't
out.
believe you singled me out like that, Jack.
Yeah, Jack, how could you?
Well, he deserved it.
Wow.
You know that you gotta.
What?
point
Wait,
there.
whoa! What did I do? Why are we instantly saying that Jack? Oh, yeah. You're right. We were saying Jack was the smartest one out of us in the call, right at the start.
Yeah.
What?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, right when I
agree.
joined. Riley was like, "You're in school. What does this mean?"
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was like, oh, yes, you're in school, so you know things.
Well, you said I was trying to read Max's pseudocode thing in his bio thing,
oh,
and
Yes.
and then I was saying it, and Jack's like, you know Linux?
I was like, yes, we've all dabbled in Linux. But then Jack was like, well, I'm in school. And Riley was like, oh, you're in school. I'm a genius, man. What does it mean? Tell me. I need the information.
Yeah, and he told me
That
the
does sound
information.
like Riley.
The spot on replication.
Thank you.
So,
I've been practicing my imitation of you.
I have a story that's kind of on theme and kind of not. It depends on perspective.
Okay.
Like, like 8 days ago, no, 9 days ago, I woke up with a very painful ear infection in one ear, and
Oh, this
also
sucked.
a very painful lower back. So I'm like,
This also sucked.
fuck. So I wound up spending like that entire day, like going to sleep, trying to. I'll sleep it off. I woke up at like 2 o'clock the next morning. Not only is the infected ear aching, but now my other ear is fucked too,
Oh.
with the
It's
same
spread.
exact issue. Inflammation in both ears, and my back is still fucked up too. So I'm like, I gotta go to work today. Great.
yeah.
Yay!
I'll just go to the hospital after work. So I
Don't
did
get
that.
their flu and COVID shots because I now owe them $400
Oh,
Jesus
No.
Christ.
I didn't.
for a
I didn't.
flu and COVID test. They charged me $400.
Who did?
The
No,
hospital.
Don't
The
worry,
clinic.
Gavin. I
And
didn't-
because they were elective, they were like, do you want it? And I was like, I guess. That means the insurance was like, well, you said you wanted it and you didn't need it, so now you pay.
Oh.
Okay.
Don't
I
worry.
guess.
They don't cover flu shots? Gosh.
Not if they're like, do you want it? You probably don't need it. If they're like, you want it, and I'm like, yeah, sure.
No,
I trust you. I must need it if you say I want it. For trusting my doctor and saying yes, I'm
So they're
now
like,
liable.
you don't need it.
Don't worry,
And-
don't worry, Gavin. I didn't get any vaccines while I
Hold
was.
on. I have the balance right here. $348.70 is what I owe the clinic. I won't name them by name, but the clinic.
Like for a
Because
flu
of those
shot
two-
and a
because
COVID
of
shot?
The high school did that
because of
for
a flu
free.
test and a COVID test, not the shot,
Oh,
not the medicine, but to
They
test
were
for
testing.
Ah.
Yeah, that was a rookie mistake there, Gavin.
$125
Actually,
For-
that's insane.
respiratory for COVID virus, $135 for
That's for the
influenza, which I
flu?
didn't ask for, I guess, and then the office visit, I guess I have to pay for $215.
I'm pretty sure
Oh,
influenza is just the flu, just
Yeah.
the longer name
Oh,
for it.
you're probably right.
But to check if you have it, I feel like you'd
Just
know
for
if
the
you
test.
have it.
Because I guess it wasn't. I went for an ear infection, which is
man,
why
that
it's
is,
topical.
And those are some
Ugh.
crazy expensive cotton swabs, I tell you
Did
what.
they cover
Yeah!
Did they cover
they-
the ear
they-
infection?
They swabbed my schnoz twice, and we're like, "All right, that'll be $400."
Yeah, we cotton swapped your nose and your ear looks fine.
Bro, Q-tips
Yeah.
like prices are insane
like,
right now. Don't
great.
even ask.
Well, don't worry, Gavin. My checkup was completely free because I didn't get any vaccines.
Oh, good. You
It
were
was-
smart.
she-
You were
she
smarter
just-
than me.
She didn't even ask if I wanted any. She's
Oh,
like-
she wasn't after the money. Good for
Yeah.
her.
She came in, asked me what was wrong. I'm like, well, both my ears feel really painful right now. Okay, you take a look at them. It's like, oh yeah, sure. She did the usual stuff like checking my blood pressure and whatnot.
Classic.
Yeah.
And then she grabbed
Your
like,
ears.
she grabbed the funny.
You grabbed your balls.
No,
Well, let's test these real quick.
that's for a different procedure I didn't get. But she grabbed a funny ear scope thingy, shoved that thing right in my ear. I'm like, oh, sorry. And then she did that with the other ear, though less like forcefully.
Less aggressive.
Yeah.
After I reacted, she was more gentle
Yeah.
with me.
And then she was like, okay, it looks like you got inflammation in both ears. I'm going to prescribe you antibiotic ear drops. Take these like every
you got
day.
eardrops? I got pills.
Take these every day for 7 days and it should be fine. And like, oh, cool. Where should I go to pick them up? It's like, well, you ever been to Walmart? And like,
Nope, never been to
No,
war.
not
Yeah,
the most
like-
famous market in the world. No.
okay, good. They have a pharmacy there. Ask them I sent you, and they'll give you the drops.
Just tell them I sent you. They'll give you the good shit.
I'll give you,
Yeah.
give you the drops.
But no, as I was walking to the main entrance to the hospital, because I needed one of my coworkers to come and pick me up because I didn't know how to
Sure.
drive
Mhm.
and I lived so far away from it.
Well,
I
I'm not a short
realized-
driver. Yep, yep, yep.
Oh shit! I left my wallet in my other pants. How am I gonna pay for those ear
Oh,
drops?
man.
So I had to like text that coworker. I'm like, hey, do you mind swinging me after you pick me up? Do you mind swinging me by at home so I can grab my wallet and then we go to Walmart and then you take me back when I get the things I need? And she did it. But turns out, yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, and this was new information.
Should have started with that. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Now I know where the story's going.
He's
Continue.
like 10, 20 years older than me, guys. Calm down.
Perfect. I mean,
Oh,
Nice.
this keeps getting better.
Got
man.
money.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, turns out I didn't need the wallet. Turns out I didn't need the wallet after all, because thanks to my insurance, the eardrops were free instead of like the
Ah.
$100+ that they would have cost me otherwise. So when I saw that price, I'm like, whew, bullet dodged. Thank you, Medicaid.
once prices hit a third digit, you're like, oh, ugh, that's not great.
So I got my eardrops. I took them for 7 days. I took like 3 ibuprofen tablets every 4 hours because the pain was so unbearable.
Uh-huh.
And around like around like 4 or 5 days in, I was starting to lose hope. Like, man, doing the I've been taking the eardrops every day, twice a day. I've been
Everything they said.
I've been taking so many ibuprofen pills. I'm feeling a little sick right now, honestly, but I'm starting to think this isn't working. When these 7 days are up, I'm gonna march in there, and if my ears aren't fixed, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, there's definitely something wrong with my ears." But not like the day after that, the first infected ear was gone, and then the next day the second infected ear was gone, and now my ears are back to normal.
When I had my ear infection, I only went to the doctor after it gave me vertigo because it got so
Oh.
bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah.
You see, I was smart enough to go in early.
Yeah, I'm not smart is the thing.
The moment like
I procrastinated so long that it gave me vertigo and nausea.
Right on top.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how did we start on this topic? Did you just wait to go to the hospital, Cameron?
Yeah,
Oh.
I waited a full day, and then when I saw that the next day, not only did the ear not get better, but my other ear got bad too.
You're right.
That's when I was like, okay, hospital time.
It's hospital time!
Well, you see, in my defense, Maddie's grandma had experimental pills from Texas or Mexico that we took. But once they started giving us rashes, that's when I went to the doctor.
Oh my gosh!
I had an option, and I had a way out right away, so I was good.
You
Doc,
see,
I was taking Granny's
had
whiskey
the-
pills. I don't feel so good.
I had the benefit of more recent-ish experience to like, no, maybe I should try seeing medical help if the home remedies seem a bit too sketchy for me. This how-to tutorial on how to treat your ear infection at home told me to dump apple cider vinegar in my ears. I don't think I'll do that.
What?
I think I'll just go
You don't
to
wanna
the
do that?
doctor if this doesn't get any better.
It is kind of strange how seeing a professional can yield better results. I don't know what that's from, but
That's kind of crazy, man.
it's kind of weird.
But
They're
like
faking it.
over a month ago when I cut my finger on the deli slicer at work, my
Yeah.
boss was like, "All right, I got some super glue. Let's put super glue on your wound."
We don't need to file this under an incident. I'll lose money.
And when he said that, I'm like, does that work? Because that doesn't sound like it should work.
That's what it was invented for.
Cameron, is he older?
What?
Is he a bit older?
He's in his like 40s, 50s. He's middle aged.
Oh, okay. Because my grandpa would unironically do that, like, because he did that in Vietnam all the time. They would just like put super glue on their wound, and then that was it.
Oh,
Like, it's fixed.
super glue on that.
Yeah, he's like, no, it's
Burn it
fine.
and mix it with some super glue. You're good.
Like, no, it's fine. Liquid bandage and super glue, basically the same ingredients. I'm like, okay, I'll trust you. And then like he put the super glue on it. He's like, all right, keep putting pressure on it. But because the thing I was holding to my finger to make like blood not go everywhere was like a paper towel, the paper was getting stuck to the wound.
Oh, no!
And then he checked back with me like 5 minutes later. He's like, all right, how's it looking now? I was like, can you take me to the hospital, please?
Oh my
Can I
gosh.
have an actual medical professional
I was
looking
just
at
looking.
this?
No. You just need more glue.
You need more glue, man. Need more glue.
No, he took me to the hospital, but on the way there, he told me an amazing story that I absolutely needed to hear at that exact moment about how, like, way before I started working there, like, there was somebody who worked there.
Lost
and
somebody to the deli slicer.
And she cut an entire chunk of her finger off on our old deli slicer.
Oh,
He decided,
It has less
That's the old
safety
one, though.
mechanisms, so it's basically gone at that point.
he
We had to-
decided
we had
the
to
time
cut
to
the
tell
finger.
me that wonderful story was after I cut myself pretty badly on a deli slicer. I'm like, Oh, thanks for telling me how much worse this could have gotten for me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to ask you to lose the finger.
That's like a medic coming up to you and be like, "Yo, you were just in a car accident? Man, it's good you're speaking to me. The last car accident had the last guy decapitated. He couldn't talk ever again.
Gosh.
You're so lucky."
And the guy he collided into had his windshield wiper sticking out of his chest. Oh boy, that was a little graphic. Let me tell you what. That guy's me.
Oh shoot! You are the windshield wiper
What's
guy.
happening right now? Goddamn!
Oh my god, you are that guy. Sorry.
Sorry, I have dementia.
You're that guy, pal. You're that guy.
Sorry, I was talking to the decapitated guy about this windshield.
Let me
guy.
grab the morphine. I gotta pull this thing out of you. But when I was in the emergency room, the doctors were like, they were looking at my finger, like,
Why is there super glue?
What is this?
Oh, we can't operate because of all this super glue.
What is this stuff on your
You have to
wound?
amputate it. Sorry.
Oh, they did.
And because I didn't want to be a snitch, I was like, we tried liquid bandage. It didn't work, so we came here. And like,
How
I thought
kind of you.
yeah, there's obviously something that was here. So like they spent like a good few minutes like picking whatever they could off of that, and then they had me like stick my finger in like
Oh, my
some
finger.
kind of
Them?
decontamination fluid or something
Alcohol.
for like I want to say probably like 15 minutes at least. And like when I tried moving my hand in a more comfortable position, like no, keep it in that position that you had before.
Don't move me for the time.
There with my
Get down! Get
sitting in
down! He's
that-
moving.
with my fingers sitting in that liquid in a very uncomfortable position for a pretty long amount of time. And then they came in, the guy like he put some strips on the wound, and then he slathered that thing in actual liquid bandage. No super glue this time. Actual liquid bandage. It's like, all right,
They're
keep
used
that
to
on.
people lying to them at that point.
You must have the old liquid bandage.
Let's get some new stuff on there. That must have been expired.
If you go to Walmart, this is where I got it. Real stuff.
He's like, all right, make sure, all right, you gotta keep these strips on for 7 days. Make sure not to get them wet because they won't stay on. And make sure not to keep applying too much pressure to this finger while you're working.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't use my fingers, so that's fine. Thanks.
Yeah, which finger is this? Is it the index?
It was the ring finger on my right hand.
Nobody uses that one.
Okay. I thought it was like serious or something, but
You tend to use all your fingers a lot when you're working with food.
Yeah, grabbing things, moving things.
Who uses their right hand?
Doing anything.
I'm right-handed, so
A majority of people.
Just because you're left-handed, that doesn't mean everyone else is, Riley.
Max is.
He's not everyone else. He's Max.
Both of
You
you
say
are
about me
minority.
Guy.
No, you
I'm
aren't.
left.
Yeah, you're left-handed, right, Max?
I'm left and right-handed. I mean, kind of.
Okay, so he's a flip-flopper.
special,
I'm really special. I'm like extra special.
Yeah, he's
Depends on who's asking.
So you're right-handed when you want to talk to the left-handed crowd, and you're left-handed when you want to talk to
Yes,
the right-handed
that's
crowd.
what he meant.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah, that's pretty much it.
But man, let me tell you, keeping those strips on for 7 days straight, my god, that was a pain in the ass because
I
like
can imagine.
And
4 to
it can
5
be
days,
wet
4 to 5 days in, the strips were just kind of peeling off on their own.
No wetness or pressure. That would be pretty
no,
difficult, honestly.
yeah.
It was, and it was so uncomfortable because it kept getting.
It kept getting wet, and I kept putting pressure on it.
My hands were dry the entire 7 days.
Oh gosh.
No wetness touched these
Did
things.
you plastic bag it?
I got.
Oh yeah,
I
in
got
the shower you wrap
bought
a plastic
I
bag.
bought these finger slips, which are basically gloves.
Oh, the finger condoms?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
so-
I
shower
use those.
for
Those are
easy.
great.
yeah. I mean, and they helped keep it in place at work, so I didn't have to get my finger wet at work. But
There you go.
No, it didn't help keeping them on very much. But man, it came to a point where like 2 days before I was supposed to take the strips off, it was a weekend, so none of the actual doctors could answer me. So it was a nurse who answered me this time. It was an off-duty nurse, and I was like, "So, what do I do
Excuse
when
me.
the strips are kind of coming off on their own?" She's like, just
Excuse me again.
keep them on. Just keep them on."
Oh, if they're coming off, just keep them on, baby.
Yeah, just
How do I keep these on? You
well, just
keep it on.
keep them on.
Make sure they don't come off. Don't get them wet. Keep them on. Like, okay.
Start putting duct tape around it.
They're
Like,
hanging on by a single glue thread. Well, just keep them on.
I wound. I couldn't even like. I even like asked, "Hey, could I just like grab a Band-Aid and wrap it around it, keep it on that?" Like, so like, no, you're supposed to have it exposed to air for like 6 out of the 7 days. Keep them
Well,
on.
it's definitely extra exposed to air right now because it's basically off.
pull it off.
It
Oh,
basically
my gosh.
was off. The only thing that was
What I'm
keeping
saying?
it on there was the actual wounded area because the blood like coagulated into
Oh,
the
yes, the
strip.
clot is holding on the
Yeah.
bandage. That's healthy.
That's a good
But
sign, Gavin.
even that was on its last legs. I had to like I had to go back to the super glue method to keep
No, you got it wet again. No.
no, because the super glue dries really fast, so it basically didn't count. And I
Oh.
basically had to apply super glue to the edge of the strips just to keep them on.
Oh,
And finally, when that 7th day passed, and I looked at that thing like, finally,
It off.
I ripped that shit off. Goddamn, I was so happy.
And then you got a call from your doctor saying, "Yeah, can we have you put that back on?"
No, I got
We
no
actually-
doctor calls, and
We'll have to amputate if you don't take it off. If you take it off right now, we will have to amputate. Don't do it.
and because it counted as a work injury, I didn't have to pay a cent.
Oh, lucky.
that's why I
Like-
wanted to put super glue on it.
Oh,
Yeah, you
gosh.
should have just let it exacerbate
No,
and then just filed for more workman's comp.
Yeah, but he
Would be
might have
great.
lost the finger, Gavin.
I
price to
care.
pay.
He would have gotten a lot of money, though.
I
Mm.
care a lot more about my health.
What do you guys
than,
think?
like, how much money can I squeeze out of my
That's
claw?
one finger, though. Like,
Yeah, if you had to lose
Yeah,
a finger.
Hey, you got 9 more. Like,
It's
what's
a finger that I,
big
as an
deal?
artist, use on my dominant hand.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
you
that-
could
got a
go
whole nother
about
hand.
it.
Yeah, you could just become left-handed. You could join the softball.
Yes.
Yeah, just
Wow.
join left-handed.
Nice.
there.
You even got feet
I
too.
am-
Change your dominant
Really bad.
hand.
I
That's easy.
absolutely refuse to be left-handed.
Yeah,
But imagine
You
how
could
much
join
more
that
fun it
minority.
would be.
that's like the
Would
worst
it-
minority in the world.
Wow.
It wouldn't be more
Lefties.
fun, Riley. Do you know how many things are tailored to being right-handed specifically?
Yes, I do know.
Yeah.
I hate scissors. They're the worst things in the world. They are made for right-handed people.
Yeah.
It's a
I use
conspiracy.
can't believe
scissors all
you.
the time at work.
I don't believe that.
It probably is.
Almost
me
every
thing.
scissors seems to be ambidextrous.
I'm
I
pretty. They're
believe I could use
slightly
my left hand
right-handed
just the
basis.
same.
They're always slightly biased.
Biased, not basist.
Thinking about
If
it,
you're just
honestly,
not
other than
left-handed.
writing, I only left-handed write. That's about it.
Well, just because you get lead all over your hand doesn't make it my problem, stupid.
Yeah.
Just because you couldn't do it properly.
I swear
Yeah.
the pencil industry was made for right-handed people, and they don't care about
That's
us
literally
left-handed people.
why I got into pens in high school, because I had to write all the time, and I was so tired of my hands being
Just
covered in
smearing
graphite.
everywhere.
But I do have one positive experience from that finger slips, the finger strips journey.
All the ladies gave you sympathy.
No,
Did they sign your
No.
finger?
They signed your finger.
nobody signed my finger strips, Riley. No, I got to rewatch all of Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, and it was just as great as I remember.
Hinga dinga durga, huh?
Dinga Durga log on.
Yeah, it's a good anime. I recommend it. I have no more hospital stories now.
Anyway, switching gears back to procrastination. I remember.
Oh, I have one. All right, great. Let's ignore Riley and move on to mine. Speaking of hospitalization, we have a yearly medical
Oh,
check
right.
because of hospitalization. We have a yearly medical check
gosh.
where if we do it, we get a
A bonus.
well, our benefits are cheaper. That's what we get.
Ah.
Yeah.
Every single benefit we have is cheaper if we do this check, and I haven't done it for the 2 years that I've been there.
Okay, I see what
Because-
a nation.
And I
ties
currently
it.
have 4 days until I can't do it anymore, and I still haven't done it.
Oh my god! So wait, you got today, you got tomorrow, and you have the weekend.
And I've already determined that I haven't done it for this year. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because most places are closed weekends.
Yeah, exactly.
So, are you going tomorrow? Is what I'm hearing.
No, I haven't even called. I haven't even scheduled anything.
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
we'll get it.
I'm
Probably.
sure they'll have a walk-ins.
Yeah,
You
but
probably just show
you
up.
just made me remember one more part of my finger strips experience that I forgot about until just now.
Well, let's hear it.
So I hadn't been to the hospital in probably like 4 years before I had to get my finger looked at. So they asked me, "Hey, when was the last time you got a tetanus shot?" And I was like, "I would know, probably like 8 years ago, maybe." And then they're like, "All right, we gotta get you a tetanus shot."
That's too long. Time for shots.
Wrong answer.
Again, because I got a vaccine that I didn't say I guess I want it to. Because it was a vaccine which said, "No, we're gonna give this to you. We're giving you this
Whether you
vaccine."
like it or not.
That I assume was also covered by the insurance. Not that I would have had to worry about that anyways, because workers' comp. But
So Gavin didn't get the vaccination. I think we got to make this clear. It was a test to see if he had it.
Yeah, I didn't get shit beneficial. They all came back negative, so
So
none
this
of it
is-
was worthwhile.
Yeah.
You're not sick. That'll be $300.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine if you were sick, Gavin. Oh,
Well,
I
that's
should
more
really,
know
you
what
should
it
feel
is.
lucky.
But anyways, like they were like, okay, which, all right, do you? So like
Which
while the other doctor was working on my finger, the one with the shot came to that same arm
Oh
which
my
the finger code was on.
Oh,
Like,
God.
all right, just let me know when you're ready. I'm like, can you do it on the other
Oh my
arm,
God.
please? I don't want to have I don't want to have pain in the finger and pain in the shoulder at the same time. Like, oh yeah, I'll do it in the other arm. Sure.
That's not how arms work.
And then-
Stupid.
And then like I was, and well, that's how it works.
Sir, this
my
goes in
mind.
your leg.
Anyway,
You put it in my neck, thanks.
anyways, I was sitting there anticipating for the shot. Just like, just relax your arm and it'll be fine. Like, all right,
Yeah.
I am relaxing.
Yeah. my arm
Relax.
is completely relaxed.
Just do it.
She stuck the needle in there, plunged the stuff in there, pulled it out. It's like, all right, it's done. Like, dude, I didn't feel a thing. God damn.
That was the numbing agent. Now it's time for the real shot.
No, there was no numbing agents, Riley.
No.
I was expecting
Alright, get
I was expecting my entire arm to be sore because that's how shit work.
You
No
look over,
soreness.
your
the
arm's just
entire
gone.
time.
So,
That
yeah.
was the alcohol.
No numbness because I had no arm. It was great.
No, I still have the arm to this day.
That's good.
Wow.
Would have made a
A
better
true
podcast
hero.
if we lied.
That's why he doesn't want to be left-handed because he doesn't have the arm anymore.
Yeah, see. It would be very not advantageous for him.
Yeah.
I always ask for my shots in the same arm because if it's going to be sore, I'd rather just have one useless limp arm for a week or however
You'd
long.
rather have one extremely sore arm than two kind of sore arms?
Yeah.
That's also
What a
part-
weirdo.
That's
What a
also
weirdo.
That's also part of why I chose the left arm because, like, I'm gonna be doing most stuff with my right arm. I don't want to be doing stuff. I do nothing with my left arm. Just do that.
I got completely shamed by a nurse one time because I was like, oh, you better do one arm because I'm scared of needles. So just make it quick. I don't
Wow,
care
you're
what you
scared
do.
of needles,
And that was
sir.
like about 36 hours after I got a tattoo. Like, you just got pricked 1,000 times by needles to get a tattoo, and you're scared of me, this one injection. I was like, yeah, this is different. Shut up.
This doesn't
Big
make me
needle.
look cool.
This doesn't inject things into my veins. It's just skin level. It's different and less scary. Shut up.
Yeah,
So,
the
yeah.
one was I wanted. This one's not wanted.
Yeah, she was like, oh, well, you got tattoos. Why are you scared? It's like, it's different. Shut up.
I'm just imagining
Oh,
Gavin as a
Mr.
biker.
Oh, Mr. Ear Piercing's afraid of needles now, huh?
Yeah, I got an ear piercing and tattoos, and those were not scary at all. But getting injections, yeah, I'm scared. Bring it on. It's a phobia. It's irrational for a reason. Bring it on.
Oh, Mr. stomped on a loose nail on purpose just to see if he could. Afraid of needles.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, I am.
Were you at Home Alone?
Yeah, Mister falls off the last step of a ladder and breaks his foot.
I'm not scared of carrying a sledgehammer and walking backwards off a ladder.
I'm starting to
No,
lose
I'm
the
not.
analogy. Well,
But getting
Okay, that
things
makes
injected to
perfect
my
sense.
veins is very scary.
Mr. plays pin to tail on the donkey, spins around and accidentally pokes himself in the thigh and says, "Oh gosh darn, afraid of needles."
Yeah, I would. I haven't done that, but I would do that.
Mister, I got cocooned in a trampoline and all my friends laughed at me.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I have claustrophobia, and that was quite scary for me, and everybody was laughing around me. So that wasn't exactly my fault, but yes, that happened.
Hey man,
Oh,
you're the
man.
one who got kicked into it. Now I think that's what.
Yeah, I got kicked
Yeah.
into the situation.
Yeah, the person that was
I got
kicking was
absolutely obliterated and
blindfolded.
assaulted into the situation, but it's my fault.
Yeah, you got kicked by somebody who had their eyes closed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
that's a skill issue.
that's why I should be
didn't know anything.
blamed.
You saw him coming.
Nobody can get me out of that situation. I was freaking out because of my claustrophobia. And I
Well,
was
it's
like,
not
oh,
that-
give me your hand.
Well, it was
Slip, you're too sweaty. Let's just laugh and leave you, man. Yeah, it's like me too, guys.
it was
We're cool,
it was
so fine.
unsafe to be on the trampoline because the net
Yeah, the
was
re-
down.
Yeah, the
I
reason
know.
why we couldn't get you out is because the second it happened, we immediately fell to the ground laughing. It was hilarious.
Yeah, no. And then one or two of you tried to help me, and I and you were too sweaty, so you just slipped right off until Riley's dad came out.
Yeah.
I know. I was there. It happened to me. I know.
I don't remember if I was one of the ones who helped or not.
I don't either. I'm pretty sure Austin was the main helper who tried the most to help me. He was the best out of all of you who tried the most to help me.
I thought my dad
If I
was the
remember
best.
correctly. No, he
I
was
think
the
he-
most successful, but I think Austin tried the hardest. There's a difference.
Didn't your dad kick us off the trampoline after
I
that?
think so.
I don't think he did. I think he just
I
said,
think it was implied.
"Don't
I
drop
think he was
kick anymore."
angry enough for us to
Oh,
not
drop
want to be on the trampoline anymore.
I don't recall. I don't recall him being that angry.
I do.
I don't remember.
Just guys being
that
dudes.
angry.
I remember an unfamiliar adult yelling at me, and I was like, "Okay, yep, I agree with whatever you say."
I didn't remember any yelling.
I
I
don't
just
remember
He
yelling
was
at
mad.
all.
I remember anger. Am I the only one who remembers anger?
I remember him walking up with a "God damn it" look on his face.
Yeah.
Tied the net back on, and then he walked back. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
And then the next time, I think we broke it, didn't we?
No, we didn't break it.
No, I don't remember. I
I
don't
think
remember.
we did break it.
I don't remember
No,
us breaking
the
it again.
windstorm broke the trampoline, Jack. It blew it
Oh,
straight
that was
into
it.
was it a skid steer like fork? So
Oh,
that thing got pierced.
That'll do it.
So
How mad was he about that one?
he's like, "Well, the wind knocked a lot of things down, and the trampoline was another. Unfortunate
Well,
soul."
if you fall off the side, I guess you're just that stupid and you deserve it.
Yeah, we got a new trampoline since then.
He walked out and saw the trampoline broke. He was like, "Damn it, Kevin."
Like, no.
It's a
Like,
slippery
I'm
slope.
sitting at home and I felt his disappointment. Like, no, I'm sorry.
I feel like Riley's dad is mad at me.
It just came out in his
Well, to Gavin,
computer
though,
class.
all of us got the combined psychic link to just spontaneously start laughing at that moment.
No, I'm gonna blame it as that's why I failed his computer class. Because he broke his trampoline and he had a personal grudge and no other reason.
Break my trampoline,
I don't
that
think so,
ninja.
Gavin.
I think so. I think I'm right.
You almost failed my brother.
Well, he also broke a trampoline, probably.
No, he did not break a trampoline. He just
Well,
didn't do
he
any of the
broke
work.
his heart.
I failed his class.
His wife was like, "Oh, another one." It's like, "Oh, god damn it!"
I failed his class because it was too hard for me.
Yeah, I failed his class because I played games with Jack in the back room.
Yeah, see, I think we're starting.
On top
The
of
back rooms. Yes.
On top of it being too hard, I just didn't have any of the applications at home, and I wasn't allowed to bring my laptop home with me
That makes it a little tougher
because I didn't pay for it. So I was at a stark disadvantage compared to everybody else. So I couldn't finish it.
Speaking of paying for the school laptops, like the last day of school, I was like, man, I don't got to pay for something. I got all my stuff right here. And then I was in gym class, and I went back to the locker room, and someone stole my stylus.
Stealing your stylus is terrible.
Yeah, it was like $15-$20.
That's so much worse than stealing your computer.
Why did they just take the whole computer? Yeah.
Because they probably lost their stylus, wanted a new one, and didn't want to pay $20, but now Jack has to pay $20.
Yeah.
Well, Jack, why was your computer in your gym locker?
It wasn't
Because
in my gym locker. It was on the bench where everyone put it in high school.
Oh, yeah.
You should have put that in.
Yeah, you know what? This does sound like a you problem now.
Honestly, I'm with Jack because that kind of happened to me too.
That sounds like
you're all wrong. Me and Jack are right. Fuck y'all.
In high school, $20. That's like $100.
I mean, in high school or math, yeah.
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 When you don't have bills to pay, that's crazy, buddy.
$20. Oh, my allowance.
Were you guys stuck on those laptops for all 4 years?
I think so.
Did they upgrade it once?
I think they did after we left.
Yeah, you're probably
I'm sure they did for the new incoming.
And then they got rid of that whole gathering together adventure bullshit that we all had to go through.
Wait, what?
I don't think
standardized testing.
Maybe.
Are you talking about the Project Adventure course?
No, not Project Adventure. Project Adventure was fun. I liked that. Yeah. It was the whatever Wednesday shit that they had us after school.
I hate
a little extra class that we had to all do.
After, like the advisory class?
Yeah, that. They stopped it after we were done.
Nah, they're still doing it. They still have a homeroom kind of thing going on.
Okay, I thought they stopped it after we were done.
You stopped after you were done.
Oh, wait,
I did. You're right.
Wait.
How'd you know?
Was that the thing they did like right after lunch where they pulled like 20 kids into a random room and like, all right, we're gonna tell you guys about school shooters.
Yeah, well, it was the thing that you and me just happened to have together after school.
All right, yeah, that thing.
Yeah, that thing.
Cool.
I remember.
Maybe I was supposed to. I don't know.
Getting absolutely nothing of value from that.
Yeah, absolutely nothing. Yeah, the most valuable thing was me talking to you. That was the most valuable thing I got from it.
I had no one. So I just sat there in the back reading a book the whole time.
The only memory I have related to that whole thing was like when they were giving a presentation about school shooters and how to spot them. They're like, here's how you could tell if somebody's going to be a school shooter.
No.
If you see them making finger guns for no reason.
Oh god, I'm going to report 75% of students. Oh no.
If you see this person drawing guns, they're probably going to be a school shooter. And at that exact moment, I was drawing a character with a gun. I'm like,
no!
Oh, shit.
Oh, gosh.
Oh.
I used to draw stickman battles, and they all had guns.
Oh yeah, me and Jack had wars in Riley's dad's class about people fighting each other. Were we
Yeah.
school shooter
Oh,
potentialities?
jeez. I didn't see any of the signs, man.
Oh, yeah, I guess not.
I remember like the group of guys Keenan hung out with after school.
Hey, I was one of those. Watch yourself.
Yeah, but at this point you were driving, so you weren't one of those guys anymore.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. So like because Keenan wasn't there with us at the moment for whatever reason. Nope. I remember the guys having a discussion like, dude, what if Keenan's that guy who shows up to school one day with a gun?
He would fight someone, but he would never be the guy with the gun.
Yeah, that's
in
what I
my
was thinking.
opinion.
Like in my mind, it's like I don't know Keenan that well, but even I know he probably wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But is there a non-zero chance?
There's like a 1% chance. So no, there is not. There is a non-zero chance. Yes.
You can technically say that about anybody, though. So
Yeah,
that's
because
yeah.
nothing's impossible. What? Hey,
what?
excuse me.
What, Kevin?
I think he's
Did you
being
say my
interrupted.
name, or was I just?
I think you were just hearing things.
Oh, okay.
just
Yeah.
randomly said, "Hey."
I thought Riley said something. No.
Oh, you're just hearing things, Kevin.
All right. Yeah, I'm just hearing the me being compelled to shoot up schools. I guess.
Oh gosh, big
One of the
yikes
most
there.
rebellious thing I ever did in high school.
Dude,
It's
what-
a little
what?
sad that it's the most. You want to hear the most rebellious?
Oh,
thing
I
ever
thought
did
you
in
said
high
that was the
Yeah,
most
sure,
rebellious.
Let's compare. What do you got?
No,
It's kind of sad that this is as bad as it got, but we were informed like the day before that there was going to be an after-school assembly.
Oh,
My older brother and I were
Oh my
like, we are
God,
not going to this. So that morning, we took off the parking permit from the rearview mirror and we parked in the guest parking.
Oh,
And
my
we just
God.
crossed our fingers that the school would just assume, oh, it's like some guest or something. They wouldn't bother checking for that day. And then they didn't. And so the bell rang, and we had from the time the bell rang until it rang again to get into the gym. But for us, that was our timer for leaving. And so we booked it to our lockers as fast as we could, got our stuff, and then just left the school and got in the car and drove off.
Okay. I
No
have
one
a
was
similar
wiser.
story.
Yeah, me and you were in that class together, weren't we?
Yep, exactly. Me and Jack were in project construction.
gosh,
Uh-oh.
what didn't
And
happen in this
Jack's-
class?
Jack's parents just so happened to pick him up during that assembly time.
Oh, I told my dad, I was like, Dad, I don't want to go to this shit. Pick me up. He's like, okay, where do you want me to pick you up? And our class was in a different building, so we had to walk through the parking lot. And I was like, Dad, pick me up in this parking lot. So
There
I
you
could just,
go.
slyly get into the car.
And that's where I parked. And Jack left, and I was like, I'm not going to this fucking assembly not sitting by anybody I know. Fuck that. So I was like, okay, Mr. Scogan, I'm going to go to my car and grab my pass or grab something. I don't remember what I said. But I was like, I'm going to grab this, and I promise I'm going to be back. I promise. I remember saying I
I
promise.
promise. Yeah, that's definitely a
You
high
should've just
quality
not said
promise.
anything.
Yeah.
And
he
I went to
definitely
my
didn't.
car, I started the engine, and I fucking drove off, and nobody said shit.
I feel like I probably skipped out on one assembly before. And if
Oh,
I did, it was probably just me like, I don't want to do this. And just
Oh.
walking out of the building and walking home.
it was probably
Oh.
one of those prep assemblies where, like, hey, I'm gonna force you to be energetic about
Yeah,
our school.
all the homecoming events
Let's go.
that we
Yeah,
all
no.
go and watch.
I can't wait
We
to be
have to all
excited.
go and watch.
Oh boy, I can't wait to be excited to see all the cheerleaders dancing around again. That'll be great.
I
No.
think the one I skipped was on a Friday too, so we were like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, the most homecoming events, yeah, are Friday because the weekend is all the football games and whatnots, all the
Yeah,
sports.
Kevin,
I'd have my
I remember him
ears
looking,
blown out
or he was
by-
walking in front of us. He looked around. Now make sure I don't want anyone leaving now. He turned around and I got in that car and we were gone by the time he looked back again.
Exactly.
I don't want
He
anybody
turned around
leaving.
and called my name, and I was like, yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm just gonna grab something. I promise I'm gonna be back. and he never noticed shit. I was like,
Yeah, my
"Alright,
dad.
cool."
My dad parked at the perfect spot. Everyone walked right by him, and I was walking slow, so I was the last to walk by him. I just hopped in the car, and I was like, "Dad, go!"
If I was noticed by any of my friends, I
bad.
was just gonna leave. Like
Oh,
there was
oh
no
my
worth me
jeez.
being there. I had no desire.
Yeah, I had to go to because my dad was my ride.
And you
I
videotaped
wasn't-
half of them, didn't you?
I missed out however many
Ah.
were there for a whole year because I was in Michigan for my senior year of high school.
I don't think we recorded the homecoming events.
Oh, it's just the sports events.
Yeah, just the sports events. I know I
Oh,
helped
okay.
record one of the car crash drama things that
Oh.
they did.
The one where one lady screamed and fainted because it was too real for her.
I thought
Yeah,
that was part
yeah.
of the bit. I was like, "Oh, that's."
I'm pretty
Okay,
sure
where is
that
that?
part was real.
Yeah, I realized
Yeah.
that afterwards. I
Oh,
thought it was
yeah.
part of the bit at first. I was like, "Damn, how'd they
So
get
did
someone to
I.
do that?"
Like, oh, screaming. Oh, that's crazy. Wow, they're really putting
So
this
realistic.
on. No, it was real.
Yeah, they wait. Oh, yeah, the car crash wasn't real, but yeah, the screaming was real. Yes.
Screaming.
Yeah,
was,
remember-
yes. The car crash, the blood, the makeup was
Yeah, it's
all
all-
fake.
yeah.
But
Yeah, apparently
Somebody
she was
got
screaming because
traumatized
that
by it.
exact thing she watched happen to her mom or something.
Why did she sign up
I
to
think
do
it
it
was.
then?
Wasn't it the lady that I had to dance with? Wasn't it the big black lady that I had to dance with?
I think so. Yep.
Yeah, pretty sure it was that lady. She was 6'7", and I had to dance with her.
Oh
and
my
every
gosh.
time I had to twirl her, I had to jump.
I don't think she was that tall. I think we were just short at the time.
All right, yeah, I was super short, and I had to jump over her head every time I had to twirl her in the dance. I had to literally jump, or I wouldn't make the space.
Was that the high school dances?
I remember.
Yes,
It.
I
I remember.
it was
always
when they were training us to dance, and we had to like put our hands on the hips of the
Yeah.
ladies.
I always
remember.
had like the most awkward dance partners.
I don't.
So did
I
I.
don't remember
I
my
asked like
dance
3 girls, and they were
partners.
like, "Oh, I already have a partner."
At least
Like,
they
oh,
didn't say
great.
you.
And at the end of the
No.
day, they were like,
That
"All right, who doesn't have a partner?" And I had to raise my hand because the 3 girls who I thought were attractive,
I
I
always-
asked. They were like, "Okay, well, I guess you get paired up with this 6'7" behemoth." Like,
I
oh,
was-
that's really cool.
To clarify, nobody said you to me. But that would be so
To clarify,
bad.
everybody said you to me, and
I
that's
was-
why I had to get
I
paired
was-
up with the giants.
I was always the last person to get paired up because I never made an active.
I never went to go ask anybody.
I was like, you know what?
I made the effort, and it failed.
The
I was like,
rejection
no,
would
We're
have
all in the right.
the rejection would have killed me, man.
I was like, you know what? I'll just let it play out, and I'll just get whoever's left. That's
Yeah, in
it.
high school. That was that the first semester or the second semester at gym? Was the dance
think
unit?
the second.
Second
Yes.
sounds right.
I had gym first semester 2 years, so I didn't have the dance unit.
Oh,
I did 8th grade though.
yeah.
It was just bad because nobody accepted me because everybody I asked already had a partner. It's not because they rejected me, it's because they already had somebody else.
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that makes sense, Gavin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Nobody said no. They just all said they had a partner already. Nobody said no. Nobody rejected me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Why are
nobody
they standing alone though? if they
nobody
have a
rejected
partner?
me either,
Because
Gavin.
because their partner was far away already. Because obviously,
yeah, obviously.
I'm big.
I
I was
remember-
popular. I was popular. I wasn't. Yeah.
I remember in like 7th or 8th grade, some girl came up to me and she's like, "Hey, my friend wants to dance with you." And I was like, "Oh God, who's your friend?" And then we were all trying to look who she went to talk to.
Oh gosh.
What about the person we all tried to get you to ask out? It's like, oh, hey,
You mean
she's
that
right
girl?
behind us. Why don't you just ask her out?
You mean
Hey,
that
she's
girl?
right there. We're all walking up the stairs. Why don't you just
Oh,
ask
man,
her
shoot
out
your
real
shot.
quick?
Go on, do it.
Yeah, just say it very loudly. Hey man, don't you like her?
Do you like her? That's what we did, exactly.
Oh gosh, the peer
While we were
pressure.
walking up the stairs, she was right behind us. It was like, hey, she likes you. Why don't you ask her out?
Yeah.
We know she likes you. Ask her out.
Did it work?
This is why I never expressed who my crushes were, to avoid situations like that.
I've only expressed my crush to 2 crushes, and they denied me very heavily.
Oh, jeez.
If anything, I've been more so the guy who gets crushed on but never realizes it than I have been the guy who crushes on other girls and gets rejected.
Yep.
Ironically, for me, that is very even. I have asked 2 crushes of mine out, and they rejected me, and I have had 2 crushes on girls who have very vehemently, now I know, been like, hey, why don't we hang out together? I'm just like, no, I'm doing things. I'm doing other
I'm
things.
playing
I'm having
Minecraft
fun.
tonight.
I'm playing Minecraft and doing other things. It must not be a romantical involvement, so I'm just gonna move on.
I think the worst one for me was in Michigan when one girl just came up to me out of nowhere. It's like, "Hi, I don't remember her name. Miranda. What's your name?" I'm Cameron. It's like, hey, so all my friends are like too busy to hang out with me because they're with their boyfriends. I'm like,
Oh, that's
okay.
cool, man.
All right.
Wow, that's really interesting.
That's an interesting flex. Like,
Cool. I don't have any girlfriends who are interested around me. Anyway, the bus is here. So let me go.
It was during lunch, like near the
oh
beginning of
no,
lunch. It's just
she
like,
cornered you.
yeah, my friends were
Oh.
too busy with their boyfriends, so I'm like,
Oh, fuck.
well, hope we can find someone to hang out with you. I'm willing to talk. I didn't realize until like probably many months later, like, oh shit, she was making a move on me, wasn't she?
I had an actually very similar event, unfortunately.
Oh my gosh.
Where a lady, I went to a new job to work during high school to get some money,
Right.
and
Naturally.
she worked with me, and
Mhm.
she randomly found out my number somehow. I have no idea.
Okay.
And it was
She...
like, hey,
I have a story like that.
this is
What?
lady's name. I was like, oh, hey, lady's name, how are you? It's like, and she was like, oh, fine. But hey, a friend of yours said that you liked me. Do you actually like me? And I was like, oh, I don't know who said that. And she's like, it doesn't matter. What do you think? And I
Ooh.
didn't like her. I didn't actually like her, but I was like, yeah, I guess so, because I didn't want to disappoint.
You're gonna see her the next day.
Exactly. I didn't want to see her the next day and be like, oh, I don't like you. And she was like, well, somebody said you like me, so do you or do you not? And I was like,
Did you go for the friend
yes.
zone? Yeah, I like
No.
talking to you as a friend.
I like you as a really good
No, I
friend.
said yes, I liked you because whatever.
Man.
And she was like, okay, let's go, let's meet each other at lunch. Let's hang out at lunch together.
I like you as a really good work friend. You're probably one of the best work friends I've ever had. That's how I like you.
Wait, is that the one where the teacher accidentally swiped on your phone? Or is that different?
No, that was a different.
What?
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I want to share that story on the podcast. But, no, that was a different girl.
Man, Jack's outing you.
Yeah. She was just like, oh, I like you, so let me just make up a story that a friend says you like me.
That's a classic
And we
story.
went for a date at the school lunch area. It was like, yeah, let's talk, I guess. I don't actually like you, but let's talk about things. Because you like me, I guess.
You like me, I like me. Let's talk about me.
We all like
It took exactly 1.5 days for her to be like, all right, this ain't working out. Let's just break up. It's like, I didn't know we were a couple, but yeah, okay. Let's break up, I guess.
Break up? You're quitting your job?
I guess, I don't know. High school me was like, break up. I didn't know we started dating, but breakup seems very intense. Man. Oh my god, this is intense life actions that are happening. I guess we're breaking up though. Oh, I should feel torn up about this. Oh god. Life events are terrible for this high schooler boy who's breaking up for his one-day girlfriend. Oh my god.
His girlfriend and didn't even know it was a girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, we talked for a lunch period and nothing much happened. Oh, you're breaking up with me? Okay, I guess.
My sisters tell me stories about some of their used to be friends were like, "Oh, your brother's kind of cute. Do you think I should date him?" And they're like, "No." so
No.
apparently,
Don't date my brother.
apparently,
No.
yeah, there's apparently 2 people that they blocked from talking to me.
I'm pretty sure that's every sister's reaction is don't date my brother.
Yeah, he's ugly.
Probably.
Literally the worst.
Because they wouldn't date their brother, or at least I would hope they wouldn't date their brother. So
Yeah.
like, oh no, don't date
Yeah,
my brother.
I definitely don't think they're gonna date me because that
I
would
would
be
hope so.
very weird.
Yes, I agree.
So they stopped being friends with those people because
No.
They were trying to
So-
gain access to Riley.
Yeah,
obviously.
so they were like a tertiary friend, and for my like the tertiary friend of my sister, so like a friend of maybe a friend. So they started getting into a group, and then my sisters found out that person's crazy, and it's like, yeah, you dodged a bullet, Riley. I saved
Oh,
you,
yeah,
so
sure.
you owe me. I'm like, I don't even know what you're
Everybody's
talking about.
Everybody who's interested in you is crazy. Yeah, of course.
Right, Riley, you know what they say. Some people's crazy is another person's perfect. So,
Yeah.
I know.
Don't knock it till you
Crazy
know.
girls.
I know one time when one of my sister's friends came over to her house, like that. My sister's friend saw me doing dishes once, and then never again after that. And later, my mom's like, "Hey, Jasmine's friend has a crush on you." I'm like, "Okay, why do I care? I don't care about that at all. She's like half my age."
Oh,
Even hell, my goodness.
So whenever my sister had friends over from that day on, I would just stay holed up in my room and
Man.
not get involved with any.
Oh, and my clan's being attacked in Clash of Clans. Oh my gosh.
gosh.
Riley, I remember when your sister came over with my sister. It was recently, actually. And your sister was like showing my sister, like, "Oh, look at my ring." And I just happened to walk upstairs, like, "Jack, look at my ring. What do you think?" I was like, "Oh, yeah." Ring. I was like, "What do you mean? That's your reaction?"
Oh my gosh, Jack, you fell for the trap. Oh, she showed off her ring for months. Months, Jack. Any new person, she's like, "Hey, this is my ring. I'm getting married." So every time she saw him, he's like, "Do you like my ring?" And then pointed it straight in my face and almost like scratched my eyeball out.
I don't think I remember her doing that to me.
Look at this sharp diamond.
Was it because she knew me before she started doing that? I was never susceptible to it to begin with.
Have you seen her since she's been engaged?
No.
OMP, who is this?
My sister Bree.
Oh,
I didn't even know she was engaged.
Yeah, didn't know.
Yeah, she's getting married
No
next
idea.
year.
Good for her.
Is it to the boy who came to our D&D sessions?
You're gonna have to be more specific.
The only one of your sisters who dated a boy who came to our D&D sessions. I don't know how more specific I can be.
I think he was blonde.
Yeah, blonde.
Yeah, he was
Carl. Yeah, it's
blonde
Carl.
and nerdy.
Did he come to our
yeah.
D&D sessions? I don't remember him.
He did, yes.
He wasn't. He was.
No, you're talking about that guy who was like really fucking like
He-
cursive handwriting, aren't you?
He was super nerdy, and he came to our D&D sessions, and he was dating Bree.
He wasn't in our D&D sessions. He was in chess club.
Yeah, he was in
I
chess
believe
club.
he came to our D&D sessions. He might have not been a part
I don't think
of
he
them.
played, but I think he was there.
Yeah, I think he was there, but he might not have been a. He came to. All right, he was a part of our Mario Kart sessions when we decided to play Mario Kart on the projector. He was there.
Why do I not remember any of this?
Does that narrow it down? It doesn't narrow it down.
It's Carl.
Okay, cool.
It's Carl. Austin
It's
said
Carl.
it.
Oh, it's Carl. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I very vaguely remember.
If you know Carl, yeah.
I also very vaguely remember Carl. That is a very good descriptor of Carl. I vaguely remember.
His name.
No, I vaguely remember him as a good descriptor.
I vaguely remember Carl because he was one of Riley's sister's friends.
Carl.
Yeah.
It kills people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so that bland man got married. That's good.
Well, getting married.
Yes.
First of all, he's not married yet. They're
Well,
getting
he
married
is
next year.
getting it, so well, it's gonna happen. So I don't know why you're correcting me.
Brian, how do you feel about your younger sibling getting married before you get a
Yeah,
girlfriend?
just such a bland man, blander than
Wow.
you. What does it feel like?
Bland
Man,
than
don't
me?
insult him that much,
Wow.
Gavin.
Gavin, you don't
What?
even know the guy.
I don't, but he
He's
was
blander than
bland.
Riley.
He is bland. He's very bland.
Wow.
Gav, I think people would call all of us bland.
I am not bland.
Yeah. I'm not
I
bland
like to
either.
believe-
Just
you
what a
in-
bland person would say.
I like to
Weren't you
believe I'm
engaged,
not
Gavin?
bland. What?
And I'm not bland if you get me in the right mood.
I have not tested my pH. I have not.
Oh, you're not basic?
But I like to believe I'm very acidic.
Weren't you engaged for a little bit, Gavin, or am I crazy?
I currently
He is
am
engaged, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
What do you mean for a
It's
little
been a
bit?
while. I meant
I've
to
been with the
say a
same
little bit ago.
woman, and nothing has changed. Therefore, I'm very adventurous.
They were engaged, but then unengaged, but they're still together. And then
No,
they
no.
I meant to say a little bit ago.
Don't
But
spread
I mixed up my
misinformation.
words.
We have been engaged, and nothing has changed.
I
Yeah.
love
But
spreading
I'm
this
still
information.
very adventurous, and I change all the time.
I am super excited for the bachelor party that I have definitely been invited to.
You will be invited to a bachelor party if it happens.
So
But
far,
we are very,
If it
very poor.
happens.
so far,
And it
I
will
have
not
gone.
happen
Let's see.
so far because we are very, very poor.
My
It is a money problem, not a love problem.
my eldest brother got
Therefore, you
got
can
married.
suck a dick.
in Germany, so I didn't get to go to his bachelor party.
Oh.
My grandpa didn't have a bachelor party.
Don't worry, Riley. You
Well, I will have a bachelor
We're
party, and
born
you will
for
be
that
invited.
bachelor party.
don't worry, Riley. You still have 2 more chances with Kale and Shane.
I think everybody here will be invited to my bachelor party
Ah, hell.
if I have one, which I do believe I will have.
Well, I'm
And we're
now
all
like
gonna have to
2,000
wear
miles
suits
away.
or something.
Well, the
Well, you will still be invited. If you don't show up, I will be okay with it, but you will still be invited.
As long as you show up at the wedding.
Yeah, show up at the wedding, or I will curse you forever, you fucking bitch.
Jesus Christ! Okay, let me just. I'll block the year off for you, Gavin.
What?
Don't worry, I'll block
You'll
the whole
block
year.
what?
The whole year.
All right, I'll get married next year. Then.
Next year's no good for me. I already blocked
Alright,
that year
year
off
after
for
that.
my.
Oh, yeah, it's already
Yeah.
blocked out for the other wedding.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
super busy for that entire year.
No, I plan to get married on that year, so you can't do it.
Yeah, you should purposely get married the same day his sister does, so we have to pick.
All right, I'll do it. I'll see who loves more, his family or his friends since grade school.
How'd that go, Riley?
Let's see
You
what
told me you were
happens.
skipping
Um,
Gavin's wedding instead.
well, so far
Yeah.
my sister's not allowing me to have a +1. So
Well, I love you more than your sister, so it'll happen.
I can't come.
you could give me a +1, Gavin.
I will.
Oh
I'll
my
give you
gosh,
+3.
a
All right, if you had a
+3.
+1, who are you bringing?
Oh boy, that's a tough question. I
If
just
you're
wanted the
going to my
option to
wedding
have a
versus your
+1.
sister, I'll
Maybe
give you
she
+3.
Maybe she didn't give it to you because she didn't want you to stress about finding one.
Oh,
Oh,
that actually
yeah.
kind of hurts.
Ooh.
Man.
Yeah, it would.
And
Yeah, it does. Like, oh, my brother's not going to find anybody. Just not give him the pressure of a +1.
oh,
I won't. Somebody else can have my +1. I don't know anybody who also knows Gavin to bring along with me.
Maybe I'll just have to get some obscure pet to bring as a +1.
That'll do.
yeah, do you have a
If we have a wedding full of people and golden retrievers, I'd be pretty happy.
Oh, like a hedgehog or some weird
like a
pet or
falcon?
something.
I
That'd
read a
be
story
great.
about a guy who brought a raccoon, his pet raccoon, as his +1 to his sister's wedding.
Oh my.
How did that turn out?
I guess I could.
She was not happy, but the raccoon's name was
What?
Pebble, so
I guess
Oh.
I could.
Did you know Oreo the raccoon died?
I guess I could
Oh,
try.
no.
no.
Yeah,
guess
the guy who played Rocket died, the actor, you know.
Oh, no.
Did they pay him well?
Well, he's a raccoon, so they probably fed him well.
Did they play his remaining family well?
I don't know. I don't
I
care
guess
about the
I
family,
could.
so I don't even know.
Wow,
I guess
Jack.
I could put like a
Cold.
wasp or something in a container and bring that as my +1. I'm not gonna let him out, but he'll be there.
So I thought +1s were other people. Am I misinformed that it's any animal being?
I guess that's what I assume. But anything you bring that will eat food, I guess counts as a +1.
Okay.
Well, I was
I'll
saying
bring one of my fish.
Maybe yourself
Yeah,
as
I
a
don't got a
+1
whammy.
to
Yeah.
get double food.
Yeah, if I bring a mirror, does that count as a +1?
I mean, if you dance with it, you gotta
Are
be
they
able to
eating the same amount? Will you eat double the food of a normal person?
You get 2
Because
servings.
if so, then yes.
Yeah, if I'm bringing a mirror, there's definitely I'd need double the serving.
You have to
yeah.
dress it up in a dress, Riley, and dance with it.
in a dress.
You have to wear a tuxedo, and the
It'd be
the
weird,
reflection
Jack.
has to wear a dress.
Because it'd be
So
me,
this is
and then I'd be
mine.
staring into the eyes of myself in a dress.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
That's
okay.
the point.
So this is my main man, Bigfoot. He's my +1.
Oh,
You guys think
gosh.
if someone saw Bigfoot, they'd shoot him?
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
Okay. Question is, do you think Bigfoot can tank bullets?
Yeah, probably.
A couple. It's probably similar to a
No,
bear.
I don't think they can take bullets.
Polar bears can take a few bullets, right? So
They can take a few, but there's a certain number.
yeah. So I
Well,
think
Well, yeah, I mean, if you
cannot
just dump
take
a
bullets.
mag into it, it's gonna
After
drop.
100, they cannot take
bullets, too.
bullets.
Bigfoot is just like a grizzly bear, but more human.
He's a
What if-
Yeti.
Yeah.
What if he could talk? Like, he's just really shy. That's why we haven't seen him in a while.
Well, they talk similar to Japanese talk. According to
What?
blind people who have seen Bigfoot.
What? I'm so
According
confused.
to blind people who have encountered Bigfoot, they talk like.
Sure, that wasn't just someone fucking with him.
I am semi-certain that a blind person encountered Bigfoot. And they were
I
like,
think that's supposed to
"Oh,
be
I
like
heard huda, huda, huda,
it's like caveman speech, probably.
Maybe they're just walking by a crash.
All right,
and
maybe
not
it's
realizing.
caveman speech
What is
then.
And probably not Japanese. That sounds more caveman to me.
It's more airy and deep.
It's like,
Me
Whoa,
hungry.
what is that?
Deeper and
What is
airier.
I
than
say,
human
what is
speech.
making that noise? I can't see the source of that sound. Who am I? I'm Bigfoot. Bigfoot? Oh my god!
My favorite is when Bigfoot says, "I'm Bigfoot." Hooga hooga.
And my favorite is when Bigfoot says they're Bigfoot in Japanese. Oh, they want Bigfoot.
She wants Bigfoot at this.
Well, blind people say they speak like Japanese people, but it's not exact
Really not a Japanese.
because they have their own language.
Yeah, I think those blind
Mr.
people.
Riley.
I think the blind people are, what's it called? I
The
think
biggest
you can't
liars
trust
in the
them.
world.
how do they know what they look like?
How do they
right?
know what they hear like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First of
They're
all,
fucking liars.
how do they know what
other
Japanese people
hear?
sound like?
Oh man.
They're blind, Riley, not deaf. My god.
But how do they know they were Japanese? It could have been just somebody that speaks Japanese.
And they can't know. How would they know?
How would they know, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Deaf people wouldn't know that.
With deaf people?
It sounds like Japanese language. They wouldn't know that.
But then again, like an Asian guy comes up to you speaking Japanese, like, "Oh, you're Japanese. I'm Chinese, you fucking asshole."
Oh, they said Ching Sung instead of Hing Wong. Oh, goddamn them.
And then you go to Japan and they're like, "Oh my god, are you Canadian?" Like, no, I'm American.
When I was there, some guy asked to take a photo with me because he thought I was Harry Potter.
That is true. That is actually accurate. That is, yes.
So you look like a British person, Jack.
And then on my
in
first
all
day of my
honesty,
gen
I
ed,
think you
That's
seem
rough.
like- You look like Harry Potter to me, and I am from America, so I mean,
my first
too
gen ed
far off.
class, we were introducing ourselves. She had to stand up. She didn't say anything to anyone else, but as soon as I stood up, why do you remind me of Harry Potter?
Jack, maybe did you get a new haircut or something?
No.
You get a
well,
tattoo
at
of
the
the
time,
skull?
I think he shaved, but
I
currently he hasn't.
Is it
No,
the
I'm
glasses?
kidding,
Do you have
okay.
glasses
Oh,
that
you
look
are?
like Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
They're not really circular.
I've only ever remembered
But you're
Jack.
very popular.
I've only ever remembered Jack with 2 haircuts: the buzz cut and the emo one hair over the eye cut.
I just remember that I only remember him wearing one green sweatshirt, and in my memory, that's the only piece of clothing he owned.
I haven't worn that probably since you left, Max. You moved.
It's still pretty accurate.
Like in my mind, that's literally all you're ever wearing is this one green sweatshirt.
Now he just wears a jacket.
I was always kind of jealous because I didn't own a sweatshirt. I still to this day I only own 2 sweatshirts.
Oh yeah,
I still have that sweatshirt. I just
you
don't wear
only
it again.
had flannel.
Yeah, you wear flannel, right?
Yeah, you only had.
Oh, I still wear it, baby. I still have that awful corduroy jacket that I wore in 8th grade, too.
Hey, I've been wearing the flannel now. That's what I
used
to.
I used to have flannel, but I lost it, so I don't anymore.
I have like 9. I think I literally have like 19 different button-up flannel shirts. So
Yeah, I went to the mall. I almost doxed us. And they had a store, and they were selling like flannel for like $3 the thing. I was like, okay, I'm getting all of them.
What the hell did you wear to my fireplace when you met up with me?
I don't remember what I wore.
Neither do I.
Probably a flannel.
He wore a green flannel sweatshirt, obviously.
Oh, the mustard one?
Let's
Yeah, the
agree
mustard
with that.
one.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I probably got that for like $3-4.
The
Yeah,
mustard.
I remember that. Yeah, let's go with that. Mustard flannel.
Mustard flannel.
Have you guys eaten all the rest of that s'mores material, or is it just sitting around now?
I don't think I've used the rest of it, if I'm being
That's
honest.
surprising. I thought it'd be gone the next day.
Well, I think I used the rest of the beef, but I don't know what Jack used.
Oh, I gave you everything else, so I didn't use any.
Well, then it was all thrown away. Yes.
Oh my gosh. A tragedy.
I'm sorry. It was all thrown away.
We should have eaten more then. That's what I took taking away from this story.
Threw away the Reese's.
Oh snap!
Come back. We'll throw this.
Oh my
Come
God.
back.
Come back.
Come back.
So we can do it again. I see.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, Austin.
Let's have more fire pits. Let's go.
Yeah, do you when's the last fire pit you've been to?
A long time ago.
All right.
Glad
Come on.
you were at.
Was it?
Come
I
to
said,
my
was I at the
apartment.
last one you were at?
No, because I was at one of my buddies from work.
All right, so you should come to my apartment and let's have a fire.
In the apartment? Jeez. Okay.
Outside, obviously.
That's a long drive just for a fire, though.
I don't know. Fire's
Not
pretty
just
worth
a
it.
fire, it's an Oonga Boonga!
Oonga boonga with some
Oonga
marshmallows
boonga?
and chocolate. Graham
Yeah, it's not
crackers.
just a fire,
Come on.
dude. It's an Oonga
Come on,
Boonga!
dude.
We got to sit there in the dark, waiting for.
There's light. There's heat. There's Oonga boonga. I don't know what you're missing out on. What more could you want?
I'm misunderstanding the Oonga Boonga.
I accidentally tripped over one of the garden walls, and then I accidentally kicked a brick off the fireplace.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, we
We'll
got
just add more heat and more light.
food too.
Is it time to finally segue to the topic?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, speaking of the topic,
Man,
I got homework due
procrastination.
in like an hour.
Wow. Homework. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds like procrastination.
I've been doing this personal fun little side project in my free time where I'm designing
what?
the evolutions that don't exist yet and probably never will for the type beings that evolutions don't exist for. And I've been
Well, that sounds like fun.
I was slowly working it out little by little. I tried it like a few years ago and decided to try it again.
Yeah, I thought you had some sketches before.
I've scrapped those designs. I'm coming up with new ones.
Some far superior ones.
Yeah,
of course.
and
You should just start numbering Pokemon like Pikachu 2, Pikachu 3.
nah, because there's already like multiple Pikachus at this point, and that would just be confusing.
You know,
Yeah,
you
so that's
have
the whole
to
backstory in Mimikyu, like no one, or he has no friends, so he dresses up with a Pokemon that has lots of friends,
Yeah,
so he can get friends.
it's supposed to mimic Pikachu.
Specifically, Mimikyu, like everybody's scared of Mimikyu, so Mimikyu makes himself look like a Pikachu, so people will love them. But if people take off the cloth and see what Mimikyu really looks like, they get so scared that they just die. And then Mimikyu's sad. That's the story of Mimikyu.
Man, that sounds so tragic.
Yeah, well, there's another Pokemon called Spoink. It bounces on its tail all the time, and when it stops bouncing, it dies.
And most of the
It's a shitty evolution.
most Pokemon entries are very tragic.
Not most, just a large number of them.
Like, how would that work?
Is that not what most means?
As long as we enter one and go to the other, don't care.
How does that thing raise kids? Like, just to bounce in circles around the
It's
nest?
like a giraffe. They just have a 9-foot fall when they're born.
Okay.
But I don't know how Spoinks are supposed to like.
Neither do I.
Spoinks are Spoinks.
Yeah.
They try their best, and a lot of them probably die. But that's just life.
They're like pandas. They're rare because they just suck so bad.
There are actually a surprising amount of Pokemon that just got screwed by evolution. Like,
they're like, stop breeding me, let me go extinct.
There's a Gen 1 Pokemon based off a real life crab, which, like, the Pokedex says this crab has one gigantic claw that could break.
Oh yeah.
But it's too heavy for it to do anything with it. This is Kingler, folks.
Well, once everything evolves into crab, surely there'll be enough things evolving into crab that we'll get an evolution that has a big claw that works properly.
Probably. One of these days. You know,
it's the
like
same with babies in hot cars. Once enough babies are left in hot cars, we'll find a baby that can withstand it, and then we just have to make sure that they have babies, and then we'll have
that's how
200-degree resilient babies.
I have high doubt that that's the way we should go about that.
You don't believe in the scientific process anymore? Is that what it is?
No, suddenly
Most a Christian disagrees with evolution.
I'm just saying there's
I agree with
there's a little more humane ways about science than, killing babies.
Chickens' heads around.
I'm pretty sure humans have more worth than chickens.
You would say that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. You chicken killer.
Mr. My family has a tradition of stomping on chickens.
Hey, just the one.
Oh yeah, that makes it much better. It's the fact that you do it with only one chicken.
Yeah, the jerk of the group.
Butcher chickens too, Riley.
Gosh,
I never thought that running around like a chicken with its heads cut off. I thought it was just a goofy sentiment, but they,
oh no,
by God, they run around with their heads cut off,
yeah,
and they still
do
make clucking noises. It's like, whoa,
yeah.
Man, you guys make me. You guys think I'm like a sociopath for explaining the chicken.
Don't think you are. We don't think you are.
That's not thinking.
You're too Riley to be a sociopath.
I invited you guys the next time we do it.
I pretty sure I declined that.
Yeah, well, we haven't had the next one yet. My father hasn't decided to raise more chickens.
How many?
We weren't even invited to your last bonfire.
What?
Huh?
Yeah, there's your last.
Yeah, don't you do that like every summer?
Exactly.
The last
big old fire.
I remember it was very cold.
I'm pretty sure I remember the same.
Have we done?
Where it is very cold.
We do some
2-hour attendance. Yeah.
I can't remember the last bonfire we've done.
I can't.
But yeah, we normally do end of summer one, but it's normally my sister. What's it called? Schedules everything.
I don't know.
So then I normally just bandwagoned off of her event.
All right.
To go back to Max's question, we normally do about 100 chickens.
Oh dang!
Oh my God.
We had like 30, and I thought that was a lot.
Yeah, so you get 100 so that you can get some layers and some meters.
Some what?
Some the ones for meat, aka
Layers and meters.
meters.
What does it mean to be a? Oh, layers is in eggs. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
the eggs. Yeah, so you
I
get.
was thinking layers is in like stacking something up. I was like,
Yeah,
what are you
those
doing
are-
to these chickens? Holy shit! He's like just for fun, just butchering them
Just
and then just
mountains
layering
of
their
corpses.
bodies on top of each other. Look, they're in layers now.
Layers. No, those ones survive and they keep
Yes,
going.
layers
on.
as in egg layers. I got
Yeah.
you.
Speaking of layers of corpses, did you guys see that like billion bugs that hatched in China or some shit?
Nope.
No, I stay away from bugs, Jack.
Well, it looked like it snowed. There were so many bugs.
Bruh.
Okay.
Let me see where it is.
Yeah, so let's quickly get an image.
I was looking. I've been getting into Pokemon lore recently, and the more I get into it, the more I realize, wow, living in the Pokemon world has got to be goddamn terrifying, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anything you could say is dangerous about like nature in our world, you could say the same for the Pokemon world, except they have magic.
Imagine.
There's a frog. Turns you into atoms.
Yeah, it's a frog that like compresses fucking like water into a razor sharp
Just
giant shuriken and throws it around.
imagine like like your like Jimmy from like the next door has like a Master Ball and he's like, hey, look at this Pokemon I got. Brings it out. It's like Arceus or another like Giratina or some mythical beast.
That's another thing. I don't want to live in a world where you could put God in a little ball and a fucking 10-year-old kid just has that power now.
Hey, you wanna Pokemon battle me? This is the Pokemon I got.
Destroyer of worlds, I choose you.
He
That's-
said to flood the plains.
Basically what Pokemon is. Oh, that's what a lot of the legendaries are.
You guys
That's
think you can
literally-
catch a person in a Pokeball?
In the
I don't
Pokemon
know.
games?
I don't think
Yeah,
anyone has
well, in a-
tried.
I think they're designed so people don't go in the Pokeballs. But that may be just, offhanded knowledge. Could be just a myth.
Yeah, like I was even
What about
like,
a Master Ball though?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think they're all. I thought they were all designed so that it's only quote unquote Pokemon, and people aren't considered Pokemon.
I even like some of the evolution entries are like, huh, Leafeon's pretty cool, but if it gets mad, its tail is sharp enough to chop down a tree. Like, oh really? Cool. I was watching like a video series of somebody looking through a lot of Pokédex entries, and in his series about like part in Generation 1 Pokemon, like one of them was like a Nidoking's horn can break through diamonds. Like, I'm gonna call bullshit on that, and like, what? This is a world where fucking like a 4-armed like pro wrestler Pokemon can throw 1,000 punches in 2 seconds. This is a world where fucking like a fucking squid can level cities. This is a world where a rhinoceros can run into a mountain and blow it up. Crushing diamonds is too far for you. Crushing diamonds, that's impossible.
Yeah, maybe they just over exaggerate the Pokemon like Pokédex entry.
I mean, you say that, but Arceus, like, no, that takes place before the whole Drifloon kidnapping children thing is known. And one of the first missions in the game is a Drifloon kidnapping a kid. You're stopping that from happening.
See, maybe that was just a misunderstanding.
Riley, just because you want a Hypno as a pet, that doesn't mean everyone else falls under your same logic, okay? I'm willing to accept the facts, that Pokemon are dangerous.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they're not dangerous. I'm just saying maybe their Pokédex entries are just a little more exaggeratory so that, people will get more excited to either stay away from them or go and catch them to use them. It's like, my Pokemon's so way better than yours because it can level cities.
Riley, they're written by researchers who solely dedicate their time to researching everything there is to know about Pokemon. I don't think they're making shit up.
I'd just to fuck with people.
Hey guys, hey, we got a great joke to play on these 10-year-olds. Let's say this one could level cities, and let's scare them with this one. This one will kidnap your kids and stuff. That'll be
your
funny.
mom not love you anymore.
This one, if you don't eat your vegetables, will absolutely level Tokyo. So I don't know.
They actually do those things? I was just fucking around. Oh my god!
Yeah, it actually turns out, and they're probably very dangerous. They're mythical beasts made for the whole intent of catching and attacking other Pokemon.
I'm just saying, there's a reason you don't see humans fist fighting fucking I don't know, Beedrills stuff. Probably because the Beedrill will fucking pull a Giga Drill Breaker on your ass and you're fucking dead.
Yep. Well, we probably should be wrapping up here. Austin, you haven't been here for a while, so do you want to come up with our topic next time, or do you want to give the honors to somebody else?
I'll give the honors to someone else because I'm not very good at coming up with topics.
Okay,
Don't worry,
then who do you want to give the topic to? The topic choice.
I'll give it to Gavin.
Oh, Gavin.
I think he might have went somewhere. That quietness.
So I guess we'll find out next time what the topic is.
Yeah.
I guess this is never happened before, so we're gonna have a live topic next time.
Our topic is currently MIA.
Don't worry, Gavin will hit us with the topic next week.
Yokley dokley. Well, we'll talk to y'all later. Until next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.